Dr. Emma Winters, a renowned archaeologist, stood at the entrance of the mysterious tomb she had uncovered in the dense jungles of Peru. The air was thick with anticipation as she gazed into the darkness, her heart pounding in her chest. The tomb, seemingly untouched by the ravages of time, held the promise of ancient secrets waiting to be unveiled. With a flicker of excitement in her eyes, Emma and her team cautiously entered the crypt, their flashlights piercing through the gloom. The moment they stepped inside, a chilling aura filled the air. The silence was broken only by the echoes of their footsteps, amplifying the sense of trepidation. The walls were adorned with cryptic symbols and faded murals, depicting scenes of a forgotten civilization. But it was the central coffin that caught Emma's attention. A magnificent structure adorned with intricate carvings and guarded by a sense of foreboding. As Emma approached the coffin, her breath caught in her throat. Inside lay the remains of an enigmatic figure, clad in garments of pure gold. Its face concealed by an unusual mask crafted from shimmering obsidian. The mask seemed to emanate a strange energy, a presence that sent shivers down Emma's spine. She couldn't tear her eyes away from it. Determined to unravel the mysteries held within, Emma made the decision to bring the artifacts, including the ominous obsidian mask, back to their research facility in Boston. Little did she know that this fateful choice would set in motion a series of horrifying events. The moment they arrived in Boston, an eerie darkness descended upon the city. The sky grew heavy with storm clouds, blackening the daylight. Thunder rumbled ominously, shaking the ground beneath their feet. The weather service was baffled, unable to explain the sudden atmospheric anomaly that seemed to be centered around the research facility. Inside the facility, chaos ensued. The artifacts seemed to come alive, causing inexplicable electrical disruptions and abrupt changes in temperature. But it was the obsidian mask that held the most sinister influence. Its presence was suffocating, instilling a deep unease in anyone who came near it. It was as if the mask itself was a gateway to a world of darkness and malevolence. Emma's young daughter, Lily, was especially affected by the mask. The innocent 12-year-old developed an inexplicable fascination with it, drawn to its ancient power. Night after night, Lily's sleep was haunted by terrifying night terrors. She would speak in a language long lost to humanity, her words laced with an ancient darkness. Knowledge beyond her years poured from her lips, knowledge she couldn't possibly possess. Simultaneously, Emma and her team began to experience their own waking nightmares. The obsidian mask seeped into their dreams, transforming their deepest fears into grotesque manifestations. Each horrifying vision wore the same eerie mask, a constant reminder of the dark forces they had unwittingly unleashed. Driven to the brink of despair, Emma delved deeper into the mask's history. It was then that she uncovered the truth. It had belonged to an ancient chieftain, a notorious sorcerer who had communed with the darkest of forces. The people he ruled had plotted his demise meticulously, determined to trap his malevolent spirit within the mask forever. But their efforts had failed. The sorcerer's vengeful spirit had awakened, feeding off fear and chaos, manipulating reality to induce terror. Emma realized that the only way to end this nightmare was to return the mask to its resting place, sealing the tomb once more. Time was running out, and Lily's condition continued to worsen. Desperate for help, Emma sought out Dr. Xavier Jones, a local professor of paranormal studies. Xavier was a skeptic, studying the supernatural only to debunk superstitions. Reluctantly, he agreed to aid Emma, intrigued by the inexplicable phenomena occurring at the research facility. Together, Emma, Lily, and Xavier embarked on a perilous journey back to Peru, battling an array of horrors summoned by the vengeful spirit. Every step was plagued by lurking terrors, shadows that seemed alive, and reflections in glass that wore the haunting obsidian mask. The storm in Boston raged in sync with their efforts, growing in intensity with each passing moment. In a heart-stopping climax, Emma reached the tomb's entrance, the storm reaching its crescendo. Lily, barely recognizable, clung to her mother, her innocent eyes pleading for deliverance. Xavier, his skepticism shattered, stood by their side, his heart pounding with dread. With trembling hands, Emma placed the obsidian mask back on the chieftain's remains, closing the tomb once more. The moment the seal was complete, the storm abruptly ceased. Silence fell upon the jungle, broken only by the echoes of their labored breaths. As they emerged from the depths of the tomb, relief washed over them. Lily's face regained its youthful glow, her nightmarish affliction vanishing without a trace. Emma, Lily, and Xavier returned to their normal lives, forever changed by the horrors they had witnessed. Yet in the depths of their souls, they knew that the world held secrets beyond their comprehension. They had come face to face with an ancient evil, a malevolence that defied logic and reason. And they knew, with a newfound humility, that there were more things in heaven and earth than were dreamt of in their philosophy. Joseph and Evelyn Anderson, a young married couple, embarked on a new chapter in their lives as they moved to the peaceful town of Havenbrook. Nestled amidst vast evergreen forests, the town seemed like the perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. They had purchased an old Victorian-era mansion on the edge of town, a beautiful structure that had been abandoned for over a century, but recently renovated to its former glory. The mansion exuded an eerie charm, its history as a puppeteer's abode adding an intriguing layer to its allure. Joseph, a talented photographer, was thrilled to have a dedicated room for his studio. Evelyn, an avid antique collector, wasted no time arranging her treasures throughout the house. Among her acquisitions, a set of beautifully crafted marionettes from a local flea market stood out, their delicate strings and hand-painted features capturing her attention. The first few weeks in their new home were filled with joy and excitement as they poured their hearts into turning the house into a warm and inviting space. However, the tranquility they initially experienced was short-lived. Strange and inexplicable occurrences began to plague their domestic bliss. The couple would find the marionettes in different parts of the house, their positions altered overnight. At first they laughed it off, attributing the mischief to forgetfulness or the creaky nature of the old house. But as the marionettes started appearing in their bedroom in the dead of night, their presence became increasingly unsettling. Evelyn's nights turned into a realm of nightmares, as the marionettes from her dreams came to life in her mind's eye. Their once inviting smiles twisted into grotesque grimaces, and their glassy eyes seemed to glow with malevolence. Joseph, too, experienced a sinister intrusion into his artistic world. His photographs began to warp, with the subjects being replaced by disturbing images of the menacing marionettes. The couple, plagued by fear and desperation, decided to seek help from a paranormal investigator named Lydia Chen. Initially skeptical, Lydia's studies revealed a chilling truth about the mansion's past. Its original owner, Benedict Weaver, was a renowned puppeteer who had a sinister obsession with bringing his lifeless puppets to life. Rumors spread that he had resorted to kidnapping innocent victims and subjecting them to horrific experiments, but no concrete evidence was ever found before Weaver mysteriously vanished. Lydia suspected that Weaver's spirit had imbued the marionettes with a fragment of his malevolence, creating a sinister connection between them and the house. To sever this link and free themselves from the nightmare, they would need to locate Weaver's original workshop, hidden somewhere within the labyrinthine mansion, and perform a cleansing ritual to banish his spirit. Time was of the essence as the marionettes grew increasingly active and dangerous, their movements no longer confined to the dark of night. They manipulated the house, creating disturbing illusions and even physically attacking the trio. The Andersons felt trapped within the suffocating grip of the supernatural. In a heart-pounding climax, they finally discovered Weaver's long-forgotten workshop in a secret basement. The room's walls were lined with remnants of grotesque experiments, a testament to the puppeteer's deranged obsession. As they embarked on the cleansing ritual, the possessed marionettes launched a frenzied attack. A harrowing battle ensued, filled with screams, broken strings, and bloodied wooden limbs. Tragically, Lydia was mortally wounded in the onslaught. With her dying breath, she valiantly completed the ritual, banishing Weaver's spirit and deactivating the marionettes. The Andersons, grieving for their fallen ally, buried Lydia in the peaceful confines of Havenbrook Cemetery. Overwhelmed by the haunting memories that now stained their once promising future, Joseph and Evelyn made the difficult decision to leave their nightmare behind. As they drove away from the mansion, a chill ran down their spines as they caught a glimpse of a marionette's shadow crossing the attic window. It was a chilling reminder that not all of Weaver's essence had been banished, leaving the door open for further spine-chilling events to come.